Thank you, Kevin. Advertising adversity. Central California company Meathead Movers is being sued by the U.S. Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, which claims the hiring practices exclude people over the age of 40 and targets only young athletes. But the company, with a location here in Fresno, says it did not do anything wrong. The company was launched in 1997, and the owner says since then, employment has been open to anyone who can physically do the job.
Action News reporter Brianna Willis joins us live from Meathead Movers in Northwest Fresno with the breakdown of the lawsuit and how the company says they will battle to stay in business. Brianna?
Well, Margot Warren, I went through this complaint filed by the EEOC. It says since their investigation, which started in 2017, Meathead Movers has intentionally failed to hire and recruit people over the age of 40. Now, I also spoke with the CEO of Meathead Movers. He says they're actively trying to create changes. One example is this sign behind me. It used to say Student Athlete Movers, and now it just says Athlete Movers. Now, the CEO says they will continue to create change because he believes his company is worth fighting for. For 26 years, Meathead Movers has moved thousands of people across California, including those who needed it most.
Last year, we did 248 free moves to help victims of domestic violence move out of their homes into a safe situation.
Those moves, however, likely done with young employees, according to the U.S. Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, or EEOC.
The allegation is that since at least 2017, Meathead Movers has had an ongoing pattern and practice of the way that they recruit, hire through word of mouth, that really limits individuals over the age of 40 from applying to and maybe even chilling from applying to and getting positions.
In September, the EEOC filed this 12-page complaint against Meathead Movers. While most EEOC lawsuits stem from people filing complaints, this one is a direct charge, meaning the agency got information through investigations or everyday life that raised a red flag. The suit says the company intentionally failed to recruit and hire individuals within the protected age group in violation with the Age Discrimination in Employment Act.
Their idea of who they're trying to get to work for them are student athletes. They say such things as we'll work around class schedules. They do have this mindset that you have to be able to jog back and forth, you have to be able to lift.
The EEOC arguing the restrictions also apply to packers and customer service representatives. But Aaron Steed, CEO of Meathead Movers, says when he started the company with his brother in 1997, it was a way to make money during school, and they developed a reputation for being hardworking, athletic movers.
We are just relooking at everything we've done and are doing to try to be as absolutely as inclusive as possible. We're willing to do really whatever we possibly can to be good corporate citizens and to reflect the values of the EEOC.
He also says they have started to remove student from their branding. An Internet Archive version of their website from 2019 shows Meathead's definition as a strong, clean-cut student athlete from a local college, while the current version shows a strong, clean-cut athlete. Steed says creating Meathead Movers was a part of his American dream and hopes to pass the company to his son, but now the lawsuit is ruining that.
I don't want to lose the source of our competitive advantage, which is moving people's items with friendly people who are working hard, and I can't afford to pay $15 million. That's going to put us out of business, and there's just no way I can afford to do that.
Now, there has not been a court date set yet, but Meathead Movers has until February to respond to the complaint. Now, the EEOC is asking for anyone who has felt discriminated against to contact them. Meathead Movers is asking for help with their legal expenses. We have their GoFundMe link on our website. Live in Northwest Fresno, Brianna Willis, ABC 30 Action News.